Hey everyone! So today my husband has a colonoscopy, and so I got to take off a day of school. It's the first time I've been really quite a while that I've taken like a sub day versus, last year with that whole hospital shenanigans with Flynn. So I took him in to drop him off, and I have about 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna run to the post office box, mail something. I got myself a peppermint mocha from Scooters this time. Yeah, and I might stop in and do a little shopping. I don't know, really have a lot to do. And then I'm gonna pick him up, and then we're gonna go out to eat, and it's gonna be a fun day of just him and I. And somebody else right now is in my class. So today I might vlog you out other places just to see what's up. Okay, see you in a bit. So I'm getting my second graders this little cup. In the little cup, I'm gonna put a candy cane and a piece of candy. And I'm hoping to find some kind of Christmas pencil or pen to put in there. And then I'm gonna give them that little cup with their hat. But I do have one kid that can't have gluten or dairy, so I gotta find something to put in there. Okay, so I found my Christmas pencils. And now I'm gonna get out of here before I spend unnecessary money. Off to the mailbox. Okay, so I'm done with the post office, but I did get some subscriber mail, so I thought I would open that here in the car, like a real vlogger. I did just get a notice that my husband's procedure is underway. I got some Culver's coupons in my P.O. box. I was looking through this, and this seems kind of cool. It's a magazine or a catalog to order coloring books. So I might actually look through there. I mean, some of them do seem a little chachi, like that Taylor Swift one, who's not my favorite singer, but Maddie loves her. Dolly Parton. I mean, they don't look great, but on the inside there are some other really cool. There's some history coloring books. So I thought I might actually look through that. Do I need anything from it? No. And then the other thing I got is a Christmas card from Barbara. So I'm going to try to open it here in the car with you guys. And then I don't know what I'm going to do. Technically, I have no more errands. I could go home and crochet. I don't know. So let's see. I'm having a hard time. Here's the Christmas card. It says, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." Some little gnomies. Aw, they're so cute. I do love a gnome. And it says, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." Oh, it's the song. "And a Happy New Year" up at the top. It says, "May this Christmas card bring you happiness and special moments. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, prayers and love and hugs from Barbara." I love it. I love a Christmas gnome. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what I want to do with the rest of my free time. I think I probably have about an hour. I do know that I want to go to Joann's. One of the things Maddie wanted was a bunch of riffraff from TJ Maxx. You know how we went there yesterday? So I thought about getting her like a cute Christmas box or just a cute box in general and put a bunch of her stuff in that and that be a gift. I'm kind of tired of the gift bags. Our family is doing like a white elephant exchange where it has to be $10 or less, or you wrap up something in your house that's gently used as like a gag gift type thing. So I do have 3 of those. We need one for each person of our family to go to that exchange. Of course, we're the biggest family in the family. Out of my husband's brothers and sisters, there's 5 of us. And there's like one of his brothers doesn't have a kid, just has a girlfriend. And his sister has no partner, no husband, but has 2 kids. His other sister is married, has no kids. So they just bring 1 or 2 or 3 things. And then we're bringing 5. So I still have to think of 2 things to put together in there. I thought about giving them like a gift card to Starbucks and putting one of my knitted hats in there. I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna bum around for a little bit. Yeah, there's really not much else for me to do. Like I said, my husband did want to go out for lunch, but so I might go to TJ Maxx or Home Goods or Joann's or maybe even Michael's. I have about an hour and a half to drive around. All right, if I go into a craft store, we'll go check it out together. All right, see you in a bit. So I went to Joann's first because I knew where their bathroom was. But I was looking at their clearance section. Not phenomenal. A couple little tiny big twists. 50 cents, 97 cents. But what they did have that I thought was awesome. Casey hand dyed cotton yarn. $5. That's not bad if you wanted to get a little treat. Mine has quite a bit of it. I don't know if I'll buy one or not, honestly. Do I need one? As you all know, I sit in a yarn hoard. But I don't know if your Joann's has those on clearance right now. I was gonna show you guys something else. I should have stopped the camera because Joann plays songs that gets me copyrighted all the time. Okay, so a bit ago, I bought 2 of these purple big twists. Polyester. You guys, you know I love big twist, so it's nothing personal. But this yarn, if you make a mistake and have to frog it out, which I was making mittens out of it, and I made a mistake on my thumb and I had to pull it out, guess what? It broke. So then I tried it again, I pulled it all out, started over again. This yarn is not for frogging. This big twist. It's kind of like a burlap blanket, but thinner. If you're gonna make something and not make any mistakes or pull out super careful or make sure your stitches are going, this was disastrous. So just be wary of that. I can show you when I get home the mess I have with that mitten now because of the thumb. Okay, so I completely forgot about making my video because I was just relaxing and taking today off. And to be fair, I was catching up on the Advent blanket. Okay, so let me end with the Advent blanket, but go through this pile of stuff. First of all, this is the yarn that I showed you at Joann's. I bought, I don't remember, there was 2 in a bag. Big twist, 100% polyester. This is the yarn that I am having the worst time crocheting with. The yarn is snapping. So this one mitten turned out to be okay. This one was fine. But this is the one where I made a mistake with my thumb and seaming it, and the yarn broke. So I know, I mean, I have this nightmare that I'll make something for someone and it will unravel. But otherwise, this is the mitten. I just have the top of it to finish off. And here's one mitten that I need to sew down the side. So, like I said, if you come to a mistake, probably frogging it, you cannot pull it too hard or this yarn will just break. Now, maybe I have a bad batch. Maybe this skein of yarn is weak and nobody else has that problem, but that's what I'm finding with that big twist. This I got in the Advent calendar, I want to say day 9. It was a flop. The problem was that the skein of yarn is too big, these little skeins. And so when you go to pull it, it gets all jammed in here. This, I tried multiple times. What I ended up doing was just having it laid out and pulling in the yarn. Even when I got to the point where I'd already done like 5 rows with it, it still was too small of a compartment for the yarn to slip off the skein. I also, typically I am a center pull person, but I remember reading somewhere with these DK confections, they want you to do an outer pull. So I might try with the next skein to dig in and try to do a center pull and see if this works better. Because I feel like that's the only way that this little bag is gonna work, is if you have the yarn in here and you have a center pull. Okay, that's up there. Now today, I went to Joann's and I did get some really good things. Bree, if you're watching this around your children, turn it off because I'm going to show you some things that I got them. Okay, so I went in the front clearance section. The place that used to be where they had classrooms or classes at my Joann's. Obviously after COVID, they stopped doing classes. They just completely shut it down. That's where they put our clearance section. I got this kit for whoa, sorry y'all. I got this kit for $8.97. It is a bracelet making kit. And it has beads and string and all that. One of my sister's little nuggets has been making bracelets, so I thought that might be fun. This I thought was super cute. This one was even cheaper. This is $3.47. This is a needlepoint kit. Maddie's just not at the age where kits are cool, that she would like to do them. And so my sister's kids are right perfect at that age. And then, I don't know which kid I'm gonna give this to, but they had these extra large poster markers. Crayola, they look like Crayolas, but it's not, oh, it is Crayola brand. These were kind of expensive, $9, but not bad. But I just thought they looked really cool. Nice, thick for poster making, whether they're just making posters for themselves or for school. So those are some things I picked up at Joann's. I also got a box, because remember I got Maddie a bunch of stuff at TJ Maxx, and I'm putting it in that box, and then I'm gonna wrap the box rather than wrap all those things. Okay, here is the Advent calendar catch-up. Let's see here. Today's 11, so this part right here, this minty color, is day 10. And this color here was day 9. So I did day 9 today, and I actually had finished 10, but I got off on my stitch counts. And usually I just fudge it a little bit here and there, or I'm like, you know what, it's just gonna be bigger. But I ended up having to go pull it all out and get it back on track, so I'm at the right stitch count. So I have day 10, which I think I can still finish tonight, and hopefully get started to day 11. I am very staticky right now, you guys. So let's look for day 11. Right here. And this is like an orangey pink color. And some kind of strap, or like maybe you could make like a purse or a phone something. I don't know what they want me to do with that. And then let me put the yarn back in here. Get that back up here. And then this. I have no idea what this is. Suppose I'll have to look it up. Maybe it's one of those, I don't know what that's called now. You guys, you know what I'm talking about. You make yarn with it. Something like that. I'm going to look it up. I can't read the words on the handle here. It says, I think it just says Crochet Society. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to look it up online. I have no idea what that thing is. I'm going to be honest. Oh, you guys, I know I'm pushing it to the last minute here. My husband got himself a 3D printer. This is like his third or fourth one. And I think he said I had about $400. That's what it's, you know, when you get married, you have different traditions and different ways of doing things. And this is where I just have the tendency to have to compromise, because I like to buy presents. I like to think about things for people, listen to what they want, and go and choose things. Whereas my husband prefers, get the list, here's your cash limit, go buy those things. And so he bought himself a 3D printer. Now, I'm sure he really wanted it, and maybe he would have wanted it better than what I got him. Last year, I did just buy him things. So I guess, to be fair, this year he could get his own thing. But because of that, now I could choose something. Well, I still want it to be some kind of a surprise. So I was thinking, I couldn't find anything in the crochet knit world that's $400 or whatever. But I did get a hat knitting machine. I got that toy one, the pink and light, the white and light pink one. That, I mean, I like it okay, but it has a tendency, if you take a moment to pause and don't continually crank, it will drop a stitch. So I thought, well, maybe I want the Addy knitting machine, the one that makes a hat. Maybe I want and those are a couple $100. Or I thought about, do I want a tabletop loom? Because I think those tabletop looms would be really great with the mandala cakes. So if you have experience either way with one of those tabletop looms, or the Addy knitting machine, or unless you have something else that's kind of expensive that you would think that a knitter or a crocheter could use. I mean, I really do have plenty of yarn. I do have a nice computer. I have all kinds of yarn winders and things like that. I have interchangeable knitting needle sets. I have a cheap one and an expensive one. And then I have a Tunisian crochet hook set. I have millions of crochet hooks. Nice ones, mediocre ones, and terrible ones. So I guess I'm just trying to think of something. I guess I'm going between the tabletop loom and the Addy knitting machine. So let me know if your thoughts are either way. I do know that my other knitting, Centro, I think it was called, it's just really not great. I have not enjoyed making hats on that. In fact, I find it just to be easier to knit it in with myself than to use the Centro knitting machine. Well, you guys, this is a good, long, juicy Vlogmas. Tomorrow will not be that, because right after school, I got to get my kids home, and then I got to go to Nina, that's where our other school is, for the Christmas concert. And so with getting there, getting ready before the concert, and when the concert's done and coming back home, it's going to be tight to get a video done tomorrow. But 'tis the season, right? All right, thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks for liking and sharing my videos. And until next one, happy crafting and happy holidays.